What's going on, everybody? We're back at it again. Back at it again. We got to talk about Umar. There's been some developments that I definitely need to um, talk about, and it's been a minute since I've been able to do a Umar video, but we at it. We're at it. So as you guys come in, make sure you hit that like button. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Yes, we're doing a late live. I really wanted to start all of this earlier, but I was just exhausted, passed out, went to sleep for many hours, and I just needed the rest. So we are at it. Shout out to all of you all. Thank you to all my mods, supporters, members, everyone. I appreciate you guys and your support. Thank you guys for hanging in there with me. And so we're gonna get on this. I have a couple of videos that I want to show from. Shout out to Lennon Honor. Um, YouTube channel. He's definitely done his due diligence. He's almost at 90,000 supporters. So two of the videos we play are going to be from him in his channel. He had Lene Stacks on as a guest talking about some litigation going on between her and Umar. And I want to go over that because, yeah, I've been heavy hitting on the Candace, and I just, we can't forget about Umar because if anyone needs to definitely be in court, it should be him. Sending out your Uguni goons to cyber stalk and bully and dox people, Umar. That's a cyber crime. It's a crime. So, want to definitely check out what's happening here. Shout out to all of you. Shout out to Lene Stacks. Showing everybody how it's done. You don't have to let Umar here and bully and harass you or his Oguni goons. And they don't care. If they end up getting hemmed up, he's not gonna bail any of them out. You can't make this up. What's going on, y'all? I appreciate y'all for coming in. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hey, Sarah. Shout out to my mods. How you doing? Hope all is well. Happy Thanksgiving. I haven't seen you in a minute. I know it's been a while since we got in that Umar video, but we're here. We're here. we're gonna get into this information. I had some emails that went to my spam folder. I can't believe it. But shout out to Dr. Is it Nene? Nene? I think it's Nene. Oh my God, y'all. I gotta show this video she created. And I'm based on the name, I'm gonna say it's a she, but you can correct me if I'm wrong. Umar is a scammer. Okay. And then he thinks he's above the rule of law. Okay. The real rebel. What's going on? Umar's a scammer. Yep. I refuse to call him doctor. Now just, Umar, you're not licensed or certified, so I don't really care how you feel about that. He's a clown. If you guys see the thumbnail, that was a actual photo from the video from Lennon Honors video he did about this, where he was actually in court. So we put Oompa Loompa in the thumbnail, and I tried to cover up the other faces that were sitting next to him with the actual title, but Umar was sitting in a real court. Real court. So it's very possible to be able to find him and serve him. If he truly feels like he's innocent or something, he can always go to court, but he doesn't do that. So I had to use it as a thumbnail because it seems like a rarity. What's going on, Jesus? Come now. How you doing? He needs to be in jail, not just court. Exactly. He stalks people. He put people's lives in danger. He doesn't even care about his own daughter, who's been, who's had some mental health issues to come about on social media. Instead of him helping her, she's made the allegation that she believes her father is sending people after her to kill her. Like it's just disgusting. And he has not made any attempt to reach out to her, to actually see her in person, do a video call, a video chat, see how she's doing. None of that. That makes you look suspicious, Umar. That's quite an allegation for someone to make, especially against their own parent. And with you not responding and not doing a damn thing to try to sue things over with your own daughter, I mean, it makes you look heavily suspicious. So, that goes to show how much he cares. So it's always awesome to see people fighting back through the court of law and holding him accountable. That's exactly what more people should do. What's going on, Mira? Hello again. Adding a bit of strength for you in the chat. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, you all. What's going on, CC? Hey, y'all, sweetie pies coming in the chat. Thank you all so much. Make sure you guys hit the like button coming in. So let's keep this video up in the algorithm. Shout out to Lynn and Honor. This is something that people just need to hear, and hopefully will inspire others. You know, don't be afraid to take legal action if you need to. That's why we have our judicial branch of government to seek legal recourse, especially in civil matters where dealing with someone like a Umar, you're not going to be able to resolve anything with him directly. You got to take his ass to court. Umar putting out hits on people with Oguni goons out here on the internet. Child, please. And then they get named in a lawsuit, like that Poetic Flacco person. They don't want to get mad about it and dox everybody. No, you you're being alleged of doing something. And he even went and said he would essay some woman because Umar didn't like what she was saying about him. Another grown man talking about he's going to essay a female because she said something bad about Umar. And it's not even bad. Everybody's entitled to opinion. He's a scammer. Based on my research and the evidence and information that's been presented, and those pyramid packages on his damn website, and the fact that he won't disclose anything he's doing with money, yeah, that's scamish activity. Can't make this up. All right, y'all. Everybody speak to everybody. Thank y'all so much. That Oompa Loompa. Yep. Francisca, welcome back. Welcome in. Shout out to my moms. S Files. I appreciate you all. Shares up in here. Make sure y'all hitting that like button coming in. I'm gonna start this off with a video that was sent to me from Dr. Nini. This was so funny. And I just, oh man, I hate that this email went to, I had a few emails go to my spam folder, and I'm like, why? Yahoo sucks. And some of the people that sent me emails that went to my spam folder have emailed me previously, and it went straight to my inbox. So I apologize for, and I did try to respond and catch up. That's why it took me a minute to come back with another live, because I was trying to pull the more valuable emails out of spam. So if you've emailed me and it's been a minute, meaning like a month or something like that, and I didn't respond, please just re-forward it to me, because it could have been in my spam folder, and I'm not trying to miss, emails, especially when someone is taking time to do some videos like this. This is too funny. This is just too funny. Y'all, look at the school bus. Oh my goodness. This is a video. It's a quick video I'm going to share with you all that was sent to me. Shout out to Dr. Nene. Oh my goodness. I saw this and I hollered laughing. You can't even make this out. Hold on. What? I like to ask for Jay Witt. I got attacked in April Chapman premiere earlier for calling Jason Goodluck complaint pastor Amanchuku's sermon. What the heck? The wheels fell off the bus. It has no battery in it. How you doing, Mila? Fran said Yahoo limits the storage now, like Gmail need to do cleaning. Oh yeah, I have to, and I have to. I mean, I get so many emails, about information that some of it is like the same. I guess the same topic or email coming from multiple people. So, um, if that happens, I'll respond if I see it. If it goes to my spam folder, I just didn't see, and I don't check my spam folder every day. I'm guessing I have to, because Yahoo is weird. But sometimes I just respond and then I'll delete it because it could be repetition, and it just kind of helps me to maintain my sanity and not have the my email kind of blocked up like that. So I unfortunately I do have to delete some of these emails out just to keep space, because Yahoo is full of crap. I don't know what they doing. So shout out to you all. I got some emails coming in from many of you, and I just want to at least make sure you guys know that I've read and responded to it. Um, yeah, just seeing these emails. Oh my god. So at least I can acknowledge it, even if I have to clear up space, because it could have been something I already talked about. But if it was in my spam folder, I'm sorry, I didn't get it. I'm so sorry. It's crazy. All right, y'all. This video right here, we got to check this out. And I'm glad we kind of started off with a little laughter, so it can kind of ease us into these videos from Lennon On. If I can get one of the mods to please drop the YouTube channel link for Lennon Honor as well in the chat, that would be fantastic. But this video is a video sent to me directly. It's not like upload on anybody's channel. This is something else. This is something else. Jeez, I felt like I'm being attacked by Kentifo. Seriously, Jason Whitlock is different guy. Okay, Jason Whitlock is somebody else. I think Jason's last name is Jay Witt's last name is Whitaker. And he said this before himself, his last name. I don't think it's Whitlock. I don't know who that is. Whitlock is a candy man. Really? So there's a Jason Whitlock that's a candy ass cult member. You can't make this because I know Jay Witt, my brother in Christ. He no, he keep his foot on Candace's neck. Yeah, his last name is Whitaker. So I don't know. Yeah, I literally typed Jason Whitlock. Okay. I feel tense already. See, I need that humor. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry that happened to you. Oh, this is crazy. All right, y'all, let's get to this. It does have some sound. Thank goodness. So it's 17 seconds. Y'all put a one in the chat when you can see it in here. Let's go. Oh no. You couldn't open. You gotta be kidding me. What the heck? Hold on, let me. Okay. Let me pull it out of my folder. That's what happened. I moved it. Okay. Let's get back to this. I don't know if y'all can hear it already. Y'all, this is epic. It's so epic. Let me share it again. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, there it is. There it is. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. All right, y'all. Let's get to it. Y'all. Shout out to Dr. Nene. I hope it's Nene and Nene. I don't want to mispronounce your name. You can't make this stuff up, y'all. This is magic school bus. Oh man. And Jay Witt podcast. Shout out to Jay Witt. He actually went to the school and did another tour, I think, the week of Thanksgiving. And we went over that portion of the video, and he actually recorded the bus. Y'all, you can't make this up. I gotta play this again. That magic school bus. Y'all. He's got a rocket on it. Oh my goodness. Well done. Well done. Of course, that's gonna be a thumbnail. Oh, that's too funny. Um, Lennon Honor YouTube channel. Lenon Lennon Honor. Let me see. I can pull up the y'all. Shout out to Dr. Needy. That was epic. I love this video. I love it so much, man. Y'all keep it coming. Oh man, Umar, we know you had that bus. You literally planned on putting kids on that dang on bus. You out your mind. You can't make this up. All right, so here is Lennon Honors channel. I'm gonna share the video as well. What's going on, Dr. CB? How you doing? True beekeeper. Looks like the termites are holding hands to keep it talk together. I know, right? Oh man, this bus. Yeah, I don't advocate for anyone to get attacked. I just don't. And it's April actually doesn't care for Candace either. So Jason Whitlock. Oh my goodness. Bonjour, what's going on? Hello, y'all. How you doing, Umar? School goes to space. I know, right? You're safe now, Mira. Yes, this is a safe space. We don't do all of that. I don't believe in docs. I don't believe in any of that. I don't care how mad, or I'm not even gonna say mad at this point, because after going on 6 years on YouTube, you're just gonna have, you know, content creators, other YouTubers and stuff are gonna say something because they think they're protecting somebody that thinks that they're a god on earth, and they're not. They just I don't have to protect and defend anyone. I just present the information, and that's pretty much that. And I'll let people decide how they want to take that in. But mm-mm, I'm not going to turn around and dox those people. As bad as Candace Owens is out here trying to dox people and get information on people that have nothing to do with anything, I would never turn around and do that to her kids. I just wouldn't. And whatever's out there publicly about her, it's out there. Same thing with uh George Farmer, aka Boys Club. I don't put anything out there about them that is not already out there. As horrible as she is with just completely disregarding that law, because she won't go over it. So she'll let her candy ass cult members believe that her doxing somehow is legitimate. No, it's not. They don't understand what doxing is, what type of information is considered doxing, personal identifiable information. They have no concept of that. So when I see them in the chat trying to defend her doxing, I'm like, and she'll never tell them what the law is, so she'll just leave these people into the void, and all of these people come down, bring them all down with her, having them believe that it's okay to go finding and cyber stalking people on social media to try to dox them and put their information out there. Somehow, yeah, in their world that they think that's okay, but no, she gonna catch the right one on the wrong day. That's all I'm saying. They gonna sue the crap out of her. So I don't even, nah, man. If you were out it like that, no, I don't advocate for that. It's so crazy. You're safe over here, honey. Oh my God, y'all, this bus. Okay, we're gonna get to it. I want to just first shout out to, of course, my moms, and let you guys know about the second channel. So that was rebranded at one point to be a Tommy G Clipper, but because it has been very difficult for me to try to keep up with clipping his content, and then it's not like I can just directly upload it. I have to actually edit and then save and upload it, and it took a lot of time. So what I did was, renamed my second channel to the Lady Luck Club with Sweet Tea. And that channel will be for, like trending topics and some of the more gossip, more like gossip type stuff that's going on, or things that might not require a lot of reporting and research, but just awareness and the salacious stuff. That's where that's going over there. So it's like I did a video about the young lady in Chicago who was attacked by children, by other kids, that was jumped on and all of that. Her two kids were jumped on, and she just refused to fight and hit the kids back because they're kids. But I talked about that in the members only. And so I'm like, okay, I want to have that second channel be for those types of topics and conversations. And there's a few things I want to, talk about over there. So it's easier now for me to live stream directly to my second channel than it is to try to clip and do all this editing and stuff that I don't like doing. For Tommy G. Tommy G is a fantastic content creator. So you guys make sure you check him out. But I have to right now just do what's more um well, I guess what will save me some time. I still have a regular job. I have kids and stuff like that. So it's easier for me to just live stream something different over there than it is for me to try to edit videos and all of that. But Tommy G is definitely worth it. And I appreciate the opportunity. And maybe hopefully, once these two channels get up to where they need to be, I'm trying to aim for 30,000 supporters here in the LLC. And with the LLC with Sweet Tea over there, I'm trying to get at least to 2,000 and of course get the 3,000 watch hours to get it monetized. And that would just be fantastic. So shout out to you guys. If you can, please make sure you go over there and subscribe. Please do that. So here is the second channel, completely rebranded. And let me drop the link as well so that you guys can see. Let's see. Here it is. And you guys can go over there and subscribe. And you're into that type of content where it's we dropping some tea on some things and checking out what's trending and stuff like that. You'll definitely enjoy that over there on the second channel. All right, so we're gonna get to it. Let's start off with this first, and that's the YouTube channel for Lady Luck Club with Sweet Tea. Let's see here. Dr. CB said I had to stop watching Diddy Doc and hit you up when they said his name is Nature Boy. I used to. He said his name is Nature Boy. Yeah, we got to get a couple Nature Boy episodes in too from Hood Horrors. He's doing a new series on Polite. We already checked that out. The second episode of that series. Hood Horrors is fantastic. I love his storytelling. So we definitely got to do a video watch party. At least get in 2 episodes that he has done on Nature Boy. Nature Boy's another, cult leader, basically. And people need to recognize what these cult leaders look like. Umar, of course, act like he's a dumb cult leader himself. And then, of course, putting hits out on people. All you're doing is setting yourself up for a lawsuit, at the very least. And at some point, can end up coming down to criminal charges. No one has time to sit here and be doxxed because they reported on something he didn't like it. And we don't owe him an ass kissing session. I will not do that. With none of them. Candace, Umar, Polite, none of them. Nature Boy, I'm not kissing nobody's ass. It's crazy. And they do things that break laws. Nope. So please go subscribe to the Lady Luck Club. Check out the content there. And let's get that up and running. Mira said I was confused and apologized, even though I knew I typed the right name for the person who attacked the 2P USA Faith. Oh man. Umar's Magic School Bus. I know, right? I just went off on Yaki, a Wicked Book Scam, and the BBB reviews. I never heard of that. Hey fam, Uncle Mo TV sending love. Shout out to you, Uncle Mo. Go Get Her Music. Oh, look at that. You changed your YouTube channel name? Shout out to Uncle Mo TV. Thank you so much for tuning in. Can I get one of the moms to drop the Uncle Mo? Is this the new channel name? Go Get Her Music. Let me know because that could be the new channel name. And we'll drop your channel link. Shout out to you. And tomorrow we'll be doing a joint show with Information Man Show. Hopefully nothing goes wrong, nothing happens. Both of us have had to reschedule a couple times, so we're gonna make it happen tomorrow. I'm excited about that. So I was over on April's channel earlier, but I didn't see it. Okay. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Hit the like button. All right, if you all ready, let's get to it. Let's see.
Update on the school's progress.
First, I want to show this video that was sent to me from Lou Extra's YouTube channel. Let me share this because I think it kind of flows into this is the victims of Umar, right? And I think this flows well into why Lene Stacks had to file for a petition against Umar because he does things that as far as harassment, bullying, and all of that. Multiple people have accused him of doing this. Him and his dumb Goonie Goon squad, hit squad. And Lene Stacks has caught it the worst. I mean, you have Mary Ann that's caught it and gotten threats. You got people out here literally sending threats on his behalf. Now, whether he's directing people or not, because once upon a time he did. He actually said in videos he wanted people to go by somebody's house, and then he would dox and put their house address out. And it's like, that's the dumbest thing ever, because people are gonna get sick and tired of that. And you try to send out your Oguni on somebody's house, guess what they're gonna be met with? All of armed law enforcement. And then if something happens and that person gets shot, then what? And people are dumb enough to sit here and do this on behalf of Umar when he doesn't pay their bills. I don't owe Umar shit. Same thing I say about Candace. I don't owe them anything. But it's not going to stop me from holding them accountable and reporting on the facts, pulling up documentation and evidence. I'm not going to stop reporting on it. As long as they're out here, doxing people, I'm going to keep reporting on it. So this video here is from Loot Extras YouTube channel. I've never heard of it. And I wanted to check this out. And then we'll get into the video where Lyndon Honor did an interview with Lene, and she did show some footage of Umar in court. And get to that. So put a 1 in the chat if you can see and hear. Let's get to it.
Dr. Umar has had his fair share of controversies since establishing himself as the Prince of Pan-Africanism, a movement known for addressing issues in the Black community and promising change through education.
Black queens forever, snow bunnies never. I said black queens forever, snow bunnies never. I said black queens forever, snow bunnies never.
It is consciousness over the cookies. It is politics before the punani.
But what started as an inspiration to Black people has quickly evolved into one of the most polarizing and problematic phenomena on social media.
It only takes a little bit of white brainwash to activate the cool chip in the average Negro.
While Dr. Umar's wild views have resonated with thousands of people, it doesn't make up for the years of shady fundraising, attacks on anyone who dared to question his methods, and perhaps most troubling of all, failed promises.
Imagine a school where children don't have to be suspended. Imagine a school where your child never gets expelled. Imagine a school where your child never gets misdiagnosed and put in special education. Imagine a school where you don't have to worry about the teachers trying to force you to put your son or daughter on dangerous psychiatric medication.
In fact, Dr. Umar has stirred up so much commotion that it even resulted in him being investigated, turned into memes, and literally having entire blogs dedicated to exposing his fraudulent behavior. It's your boy Luesta, and before we get into the victims of Dr. Umar, this video is sponsored by Raycon. Keep your ears open and playlists rolling with Raycon's essential open earbuds. These things are perfect for when I'm editing, on a walk, or just chilling, because they let me hear my music while still staying aware of what's happening around me. They sit right outside of your ear canal so you can still hear traffic, people, or whatever's going on. Plus they're but at half the price. I use Loot Extras. I want to thank Raycon legends like NFL quarterback. When St. Paul's College was on the verge of shutting down, after decades of serving Black students and producing legends like NFL quarterback Darryl Green, Dr. Umar, who had built a reputation for fighting for Black education, saw this as the perfect chance to take his legacy even further. But this is where things get interesting, because instead of helping to keep the school alive, he offered to buy the entire property and transform it into his own vision.
Brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen, I am happy and elated to report to you today that we have found the location for the very first FDMG Academy, the Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey RBG International Leadership Academy for Pan-African Excellence.
After negotiating with the school authorities, they offered to sell the college for $3 million, with a down payment of $150,000 to seal the deal. However, Dr. Umar didn't have that kind of money sitting around, and with just a few months to raise the funds, he was forced to try a strategy that marked the beginning of a complete change in his career moving forward.
Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, community stakeholders of the African race, I implore you, I beg you, I summon you, and I petition you to donate to this cause, donate to this fundraiser. Let us show the world that we care enough about our children and enough about our history and enough about our ancestors to keep St. Paul's College in the hands of the African American community and in the hands of Dr. Umar Johnson and in the interest of African children.
Before this time, Dr. Umar was known for speaking about issues Black children face in the American school system. He even had entire books written on these issues, which also detailed what Black parents can do to handle some of these challenges. But it never seemed like it was about personal advancement before. Instead, he seemed like he was genuinely moving out of the passion he had for his community. But as he began building his new school, we would begin to see a whole different side of Dr. Umar. In the next 30 days, nearly $150,000 was raised, which was a good start for his vision. But
you see, his thing, that's what it came down to. It came down to money with Umar. Once he started seeing that he could just say a bunch of dumb crap and then get people to donate to him, he really just more so revealed his true intent. Because even once he got those buildings were bought by K-12, now Stride Inc. in Wilmington, he didn't buy those buildings. His name is not on the deed. He's not even a registered agent on the FDMG LLC. So he did nothing. And he knew that he could just say a bunch of stuff and get all this money because he didn't have to work for this. He didn't put his own personal money that he earns from an actual job into any of this. And then when he goes out and says on a radio interview that he only had the intention of opening the smaller school building and not both, but he kept raising money for both buildings, that right there is all I needed to hear to know that he was scamming people. I guess he didn't think people would pick that up. And he said this to Father Baba Yaga, whoever that dude is, the Baba Yaga, the Father Christmas looking guy that sits here and kisses his ass, because he's a grown man and all, feeling like he kissed the ass of another grown man. He said that on his radio show during an interview with him. It was never the intention of opening both schools. It was just to open the smaller school, see how this goes, and then open the second school if everything panned out. He can write a book, but he couldn't come up with a curriculum. So what was the classes going to be at the school? What were the students going to be learning? He got upset because someone wanted him to come up with a curriculum. But no, he just wanted people to just give him money blindly and not hold him accountable for anything. And now he doesn't even want to release anything that looks like an expense report or a receipt or a vendor invoice to show where the money was being spent. And then Liza says, well, my donors don't ask me that. His donors ask, he just calls them enemies and say they're attacking him when they do. That's a cult-like mentality. That's a true narcissist that thinks too highly of themselves, that has now become a cult leader, and he feels like he's not, responsible, or he shouldn't be held accountable. That's the issue. That money went to his head. It's the money and the power that came with it.
After 6 months, Doc made it clear how he felt about the donation so far.
So far, we raised $250,000. I know y'all got a lot more to give me than some $250,000. When Darren Wilson killed Michael Brown, white folks gave him $300,000 in 3 weeks for his defense. And Dr. Umar Johnson is trying to build a state-of-the-art school for black boys that y'all all know I need.
He didn't build anything. He didn't even buy the buildings. It's funny how people were able to raise $150,000 for this. But when you have content creators like myself saying, hey, if you would like to financially donate to the channel for, the embetterment of the channel, feel free to donate. My Cash App is scrolling below. Cash App, LadyLuckClubLLC. I have Zelle, a super, any of that. Now all of a sudden we're doing this for views, clicks, and a lot of money. YouTube doesn't pay a whole lot of money, by the way. You only get like 10 cents per 1,000 views. I would have to have millions of views in order to see some real money from YouTube. But he can raise $150,000 or $300,000 on a lie, while he doesn't tell everybody he was not going to open both schools. That's what's so crazy to me. People are willing to give money to someone that has this fake snake's oil salesman, fake preacher boy type cadence. When he talks, he sounds like he's preaching to somebody. And he always talking about helping black boys, when you don't even see him taking care of his own children. And people are prone to give someone like Umar and a Candace or a Nature Boy money. But if a content creator who's doing research or reporting, putting out great content, saying, hey, if you would like to financially contribute or donate, go ahead. Nope. I mean, $25 goal I've had for a while, which I kind of put on pause because I don't want people to think I'm trying to force money or anything like that. Freely give if you would like to. It's up to you. It's a choice. It's always a choice. But make sure you hit that like button. Like button, engage in the chat, subscribe. Those things go a long way too. But if you have a $25 goal, it's like a cardinal sin. But he lies to people. He gets $150,000, $200,000. It's deplorable that he's willing to take advantage of people so easy and lie to them and won't tell them the truth. And yet he expects people to keep giving him money. The hypocrisy is staggering.
And after 6 months, I only got $250,000. Trifling ass black people.
Well, that seemed like a simple joke at the time.
Look,
it gave people a glimpse
gave
into
to
how
that.
he assessed situations around him. To him, his vision was worth a lot more than $250,000 in 6 months.
But y'all sure called me up when the school's messing with your son. Did you make a donation to my school?
Like, yeah.
Oh, not yet. Bye. Click. That's the new Umar. You want some help with your son? Did I get a donation? Now I want to hear that. Mail the donation, then you call me back, and then I'll help you with your son. But you're not going to use me to fight white folks when your son shouldn't even have to put up with them in the first place.
Over the next decade, he appeared on countless podcasts and TV shows, promoting the project and raising more funds. While no one knows exactly how much he's racked up, reports...
He's showing people he doesn't care. You want me to help your child? Okay, you got to pay for it. What do you mean? If you truly wanted to help kids, you wouldn't even worry about the cost. And you would just do it because you want the kids to get help. And mind you all, he's not licensed or certified to be anybody's psychologist. He just has a degree that we still have not seen him actually hold up. I haven't even seen this man walk across the stage and actually get a degree. It could be faked. Who knows? That could be the greatest con ever with this. But let's say he just got a degree. He still doesn't have a license or certification. And yet people still gave to that. And he's laughing in their face saying, I'm not going to help your kid if you can't pay me. You can't donate, then I ain't doing nothing. How would he know who's donated and not donated if he's not keeping a paper trail? That's the $1 million question. If he's not keeping up with the donations in PayPal, where he can just log in and see all the donations he's receiving, and he can't even send out a tax statement, how can he say who has and who has not even donated? If they call him saying, hey, help me with this question I have for my kid. I mean, honestly, don't go to somebody that's not licensed and certified. Go to a real psychologist. I won't call him with shit anyway, but go to a real psychologist that can offer you sound advice and guide you when it comes to your children and their learning. Not someone that's not certified, but he expects people to give him money for it.
Suggests it's grown into a substantial sum. Yet, despite years of fundraising, updates on the school's progress have been few and far between. All we've seen is a video of him hinting at the HVAC system for the school, and another video from 2024, where they seem to be painting the school.
We having an HVAC party today. We having an HVAC party today, brothers and sisters. I said we having an HVAC party. HVAC. Do you know what an HVAC party is? Heating, ventilation, air conditioning. Oh yes, brothers and sisters.
I want to say thank you to all you who came out this past weekend and helped us out. We had a beautiful time Saturday and Sunday getting the school ready for our young men.
It's obvious that this isn't enough to justify the millions of dollars donated by average black citizens. What's even more weird was that every time Dr. Umar was asked about the progress, he would completely go off the rails in a way that seemed very defensive.
What did you do with the money? That is the silliest question I've ever been.
Mira, don't worry. I can send an email too, because I don't want anybody to feel like this. You know, I try to look out, especially for those of you who support me in not just one or two videos. I mean, support me in all of my lives. I hate to hear that happen. And I don't know what's going on, but I will reach out to Jay Witt myself to find out what's going on. And if you can't email me so that I can see what specific live stream you're referring to, and email me the link, and I'll check out the video myself and see what happened in the chat. Mira, so I don't want you to feel any type of way. No one should be set up to be attacked or in anywhere from anybody in any capacity. So please email me if you can, LadyLuckClubLLC at Yahoo. Send me the link to April's video, and I'll reach out to Jay with myself to figure out what's going on, because I never want anyone to feel this way. I don't. I care about all of you all, and social media can be cruel. It really can. So I'm hoping that this is just some sort of misunderstanding, but I will reach out to him. So please email me if you're still listening. Email me, please, because I want you to feel valued, and I don't want to see, especially my supporters, I don't want to see any of you put in a situation where you're being attacked in this without justifications. No. Please email me if you don't mind. Can I get here's my email address. Yeah. Because there are real people behind some of these profiles. I mean, we can tell who's bots, but there are real people behind these, these profiles here on YouTube. So email me if you can, Mira, and let me look into that. Just give me an opportunity to look into that and reach out to Jay Witt. No problem, Miss Files. I appreciate it. That's for Mira if Mira's still here. Yeah, no, I don't want you to feel that way because that's not right. All right, yeah, let's get back to it. I have to check on my supporters. I have to check on my mods. Like I don't believe in any of that. So that's there for Mira to email me and just kind of let me know what's going on. All right, let's get back to this.
Next, what did you do with the money? Well, I think you can see what I did with the money. We got 4 buildings. I think you can see what I did with the money.
And then he would go on to demand for more.
In the meantime, you need to hit the Cash App, $FBMG school. We're getting close to the finish line.
But after a while, most people started to see through the smokescreen and began asking serious questions. Did he ever use that donation money to build that school? Meanwhile, some of his dedicated followers still had hopes that the school was still being developed, as they kept believing his promises.
The school will then be opened for the fall of 2021?
No, sir. We're looking to open up the school the fall of 2022. If we are fortunate enough to conclude renovations on the Marcus Garvey building and Nat Turner Gymnasium this summer, we look to open up the school next summer. So that would give us 12 months of leeway to comfortably make sure we have everything in place to receive our young men, not this coming fall, but the following fall of 2022.
But the rest of the Black community believed that he was a complete fraud, scam artist. However, on the 26th of July, 2025, things would take the most unexpected turn.
This morning, I received a text message from one of my homies. He needed Dr. Umar to send him a couple dollars. I logged into my account just...
Who's that homie again? He never said who that homie was. Umar, you dox everybody else. Why don't you just give us the first name of this homie? Because I would be shocked if he gave anybody money. Umar's not the type of person people call and ask for money from, because he never has any money to give. And of course, he's the one that's so used to getting money, he can't even prove where the money is being spent. He said, how can y'all look at this and say that you don't know where the money's going? We can look at both of those bandos in Wilmington, Delaware, and ask, where did the money go? Because they're not opened. One of them is so contaminated, it's not even funny. Yeah, we can look at those bandos and ask where the money went, because you're damn sure not putting it in the bandos. You can't make this up.
To check my balance, because I haven't done so since I left for South Africa back on July 10th, only to discover that I could not log into my account.
And if you think that was bad, just wait, because it gets even crazier.
So then I called the bank, and the bank told me that my personal account, as well as the independent Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy account, have both been frozen. And I was told that there is an investigation into my personal account, as well as the school account. I asked them, was this due to suspicion of any fraud on my part? I was told that it was not due to suspicion of any fraud on my part, but I was told that it was due to suspicion of fraudulent activity.
While this might not be entirely impossible, given the recent suspicions surrounding the academy he claimed to be building, it ultimately came across as nothing but an excuse. Because how do you explain calling a bank concerning your frozen account, and the first question you're asking is to know whether it was locked due to fraudulent activities on your part? Yeah, that's pretty sus. And instead of providing evidence of his interaction with the bank to at least make his story more believable, Dr. Umar would double down.
So the Prince of Pan-Africanism, for the first time in my life, is without any digital currency. For my loyal supporters, if you can spare a few dollars so I can take care.
Email me S-Files. Now I understand. So he gave Jason Whitlock, and they assumed he was talking about Jay Witt. Okay, I got it. Can you email me that so I can email Jay Witt myself? Appreciate it.
Of Queen Mother Ifa Tunde and myself until my bank account is frozen or canceled so I can get my money back and open up a new account. Please hit my Apple Pay or hit my PayPal.
Asking for more donations in the midst of all this controversy was completely insane. But to play devil's advocate, the doc did claim that the fraud attempt on the accounts could possibly be related to his ex-girlfriend Medea, who exposed him for being broke, or a random man known as Pastor Boosie.
I believe Medea and Pastor Boosie were fraudulently trying to get into my account, and if we find out that's the case, they will be sued and possibly arrested, because fraudulent activity on a bank account is a federal offense.
But
alleging someone committed some sort of criminal activity is also a crime, Umar. You know what's so crazy? He never filed anything with the bank and showed proof that he filed the complaint with the bank because he felt that they were doing something fraudulent. Why didn't he follow up by filing a complaint with the bank? And what's the name of the bank, Umar? You clown. What's the name of the damn bank? Who is this homie you were about to send money to? If you actually believe someone is tampering with your bank account, wouldn't you file a complaint with the bank? They would not call you. And then you turn around and ask, is it due to any fraudulent activity on my end? No one asks that question arbitrarily unless they feel they've done something that could be looked at as fraudulent activity. But if you know you have not done anything fraudulent with your own bank account, and he claims he had a bank account for FDMG, which is baffling to me because he's not the registered agent for the FDMG LLC. So how did he get a bank account open for the FDMG LLC? He's not the registered agent. He has no ties or connection with it. But he's talking about FDMG has his own bank account. How? I mean, I know he's lying like hell, but let's just say for argument, there's a second bank account. If it's for FDMG LLC, he's not the registered agent. How did he open that bank account? And why is that not something he's not even willing to say what the name of the bank is where these accounts were opened? But he wants everybody to hit up his PayPal and his Cash App. You can't make this up. Umar's a clown.
Immediately, people thought it might just be a ruse to cover up something even darker.
It seems like Dr. Umar is trying to set up for him to say, yo, they stole the money, bro.
This becomes so much worse when we consider the fact that he ran online to talk about it instead of handling it in private.
Trust me, Dr. Umar, somebody charged $18,000 on my credit card like a couple months ago. I didn't go online to go tell everybody about it. I called my bank, I filed a dispute, they handled it, and within 60 days, actually, a credit.
Thank you. There you go. You file a dispute. If you think something is fraudulently going on in your account, you file a complaint, a dispute. That's the actual term. You file a dispute with the bank's fraud department. That's not something you just go to the internet and then go and falsely accuse someone else of doing, because that false allegation is also, it's defamatory, and it could lead to him catching criminal charges because he's falsely accusing someone else of committing fraud with a bank account, to which we still don't know the name of the damn bank. What the hell? And produce zero evidence. No evidence. It's false and misleading statements. And if they want to sue him for that, they could. Because you're alleging someone committed a crime with no evidence. It's like these stupid cult leaders don't understand definitions of terms here. And he could care less about a law.
It'd be back like immediately. But in 60 days, they sent me a letter and they said, motherfucker, yes, niggas tried it, but they didn't win. You got your money back. No harm, no foul. Dr. Umar, why are you online telling people you broke and you need, like, come on, Dr. Umar? Dr. Umar, bro.
At this point, people were convinced that he might be pulling some serious BS and could be heading behind bars. Dr. Umar's scamming ass is going to prison. As the real truth about the progress of the school remains a mystery, it wouldn't be a stretch to label the thousands of donors as victims of Dr. Umar's web of confusion. But while we're on the topic of his victims, I think it's important to go through a few of many individuals who've caught the brunt of his antics in the past years, starting with the man who is no longer here to tell his side of the story. During an Instagram live in May 2021, Dr. Umar seemingly took shots at the now deceased relationship expert Kevin Samuels.
YouTube life coaches who are trying to build a platform by making black women feel bad. I don't like it. I can't appreciate black men trying to make $1 off of making black women feel bad.
Although the black activists never directly called out Kevin Samuels, it wasn't long before Kevin issued an indirect response where he mocked Dr. Umar.
Talk to us more like Umar. The Prince of Pan-African. Big Papa's in the house. Run my donations. I mean, shout out to Umar. I got no problem with the dude, but I think it's funny. I keep coming up here asking everybody to talk like Umar. Queen Mother God, Cocoa Butter in.
Even after getting trolled, Dr. Umar stood his ground, insisting that he wasn't referring to Kevin specifically, further dismissing him as flat out dumb.
Comments were not particularly directed to that gentleman. I make it a point, when at all possible, to not respond to individuals whose intellectual competence I consider to be far below my own.
After this, Kevin Samuels was seen to back down in an interview with DJ Vlad, stating that he had no problem with Dr. Umar.
So I guess that probably got shown to him and taken out of context. I can see how it kind of been insulting. And my point of making that reference was not to say he's a bad person.
Yet while Dr. Umar's beefs with Samuels was relatively mild, one person he's never held back from attacking at every opportunity is the former president of the United States, Barack Obama. Over the years, Dr. Umar has made it his personal mission to call out the former president, often being completely disrespectful.
Barack Obama was a flunky, he was a functionary, he was a stool pigeon, and he was a puppet, and yes, he was a coon.
However, his attacks weren't limited to bare name-calling, as he would repeatedly portray Obama as the architect of what we know today as the woke agenda, particularly when it comes to the LGBTQ issues in the Black community.
One of the reasons Barack Obama was made...
While Umar is hiding out in Hyde Park, talking about how somebody's mouth is not as strong as a man's jaw, while he's actually taking photos with people in the LGBTQ community. I showed you all a photo that he took with Jussie Smollett. Did y'all see that? Because I just want to make sure. He's taking photos with members of the LGBTQ community, but he goes around and then he degrades and dogs it out. I don't even, like, Jussie Smollett is gay, right? Why would any member of the LGBTQ community take time to do a photo with him as bad as he's dogged out their community? While Umar, you still go to Hyde Park again and do what again? Which is a notorious hangout spot for LGBTQ. What? Can't make this up.
president is so he could normalize the LGBTQ agenda in the Black community. Think about it. If George Bush tried to push homosexuality in the Black community, we would have rejected him. Of course. If Donald Trump tried to push homosexuality in the Black community, we would have rejected him. Of course. You could only normalize that through a blackface.
Well, this isn't exactly true. It was enough for people to start regurgitating it on the internet. Dr. Umar would even go further by calling Barack Obama a horrible role model for Black children. His attacks came across as an attempt to...
You can't make this up. Umar, you got the audacity to say that Obama is a horrible role model for Black children while you don't take care of your own damn kids. He's got like at least 3 kids with 3 different women. So he tried to say something about someone making $1 off of attacking Black women and making them feel bad. But yet he turns around and disrespects Black women by talking about their private areas or attacking them and wanting Ogonigoons to pull up on them because they don't sit here and worship the ground he walks on. These same Black women that he will disrespect because they're his baby mother and they don't want to deal with his BS. They got to take him to court for child support. A judge has him on supervised visitation with one of his kids. Get the F out of here.
Discredit a man who rose to the highest office and served his country for 8 solid years. This habit of constantly talking down on the achievements of people is something he's been doing for years, and no one has been able to escape it, including one of the greatest rappers of all time in Slim Shady himself. During a Breakfast Club interview, Dr. Umar was clear about his feelings regarding the white rapper's success, stating that all of his achievements and respect in the game were as a result of his race, as opposed to skill or hard work.
Eminem,
yes,
can't be the GOAT because he's white, is what you said.
Eminem cannot be the GOAT because he's white. First of all, my perspective on this issue is not about Eminem. I got to make this...
He's racist. Umar is so racist. You think Eminem give a damn about him? Eminem has talent, first of all. He's not one of those little thunk-headed mumble rappers or anything like that. He's been at it for over 20 years. He got signed a contract. He earned it. He's won Grammys. He's one of the greatest rappers ever. And here Umar is with his non-rapping ass talking about he can't be a GOAT because he's white. You can't make this up. But yet Umar won't show anybody where he's spending the money. And then when people try to help with providing labor, free service, desk, skills, like plumbers come in, electricians, all he has to do is get a permit, a building permit, and he won't even do that. He will ignore and ghost someone trying to give him some desk, and all they're saying is you got to pay half on the gas and pay for the labor. But there are a bunch of school desks that we're willing to bring to you, and he blocks this person. He doesn't tell anybody that he's only trying to open 1 school and not 2. He refuses to get the building treated with black mold. But he wants people to just hit up his Cash App and his PayPal. Y'all, if y'all want to hit up my Cash App, it's scrolling below. $ LadyLuckClubLLC. You can't make this up. Supers, whatever. Don't matter. I don't care how small or large it is. Feel free to hit it up. You can't make this up.
Clear.
According to Dr. Umar, rap is part of black culture. So considering a white person to be the best in that field automatically means supporting white supremacy. And this belief extends far beyond the rap industry.
No non-African can ever be the best.
Eminem is not a white supremacist. What the hell? The stupidity of it all. Is he more jealous at the fact that Eminem is talented and actually more famous and wealthy than he is? I mean, what is this? What is this? You don't have to like Eminem. Just pick another artist that's black. I mean, you don't even have to mention Eminem's name. Why even entertain that conversation if you don't care for Eminem? So talk about black rappers that you like. It's that simple. Leave Eminem alone. Are you kidding me?
Of anything African. It is an insult to the ancestors, it is an insult to the race, and it is an insult to every black person.
On the surface, it seems like he's simply defending black people and their interests. But when it comes down to taking care of his own black family, the story isn't quite the same. Throughout his career, Dr. Umar has had children with multiple baby mamas, despite being someone whose entire brand is built on black people being more responsible, especially with their families. You'd expect a public figure with this rep to at least keep his family close. But we learned from his daughter, Dr. Umar is often nowhere to be found.
My biological father is Dr. Umar. I'm 22 years old now. My dad has never been to anything important, no graduation, no birthday parties, nothing. He has not been in my life. You can't get on Instagram and get on social media and portray to be an activist and talk about how black kings need to be with black women, but you're not even in your black woman's daughter's life.
Being absent from his own daughter's life spits in the face of everything Dr. Umar stands for. And he got a lot of people calling him a deadbeat and a hypocrite. He hasn't denied that this is his daughter. He knows who she is and her mother. It's giving deadbeat. Deadbeat is a deadbeat. Dr. Umar, you being an absent father to a black child is our business. Because of all the controversy after this video was released, Dr. Umar would put out a response video arguing that things weren't as they seemed.
There's a lot of slander going on. There's a lot.
He's calling it slander, but he's not saying how it's false. Umar, you're an idiot. In order for you to say slander, you have to prove that the statements are false. You moron. Why is it so hard for him to Google defamation, which would include slander and libel? Does he even know that slander and libel falls under defamation? We have whole laws on that. He has not provided any evidence to prove the statements to be false. He can't say how his daughter lied. He can't show photos or videos where he was at her school functions or graduation, or prove that he paid child support or financially supported her. He can't provide any evidence on that. So when people say he's a deadbeat because he has no evidence to prove that he was an actual father that was present in his children's life, in his daughter's life, another whole child, he can't even see without a supervision, without a supervisor. A judge ordered him to supervise visitation. Why? Why would a judge tell him you can't get physical custody, and if you want to have visitation, it must be supervised? Why would a judge sign off on that if there was nothing to that, if it was not important? But he thinks he gets to speak on behalf of all black people when he talks about Eminem. No, you don't, you clown. But when it comes to him and his business, because he does look like a deadbeat and sounds like one, now all of a sudden it's nobody's business. Well, stop trying to speak on behalf of all black people, you clown.
A lot of lies being pushed out there. There's people trying to use my name to build themselves up. Been paying child support since you damn near came out the womb. Deadbeat who? When can we have a sit down? Child support started, you wasn't even out your mama yet, and she took me to child support. Deadbeat who?
After completely dismantling his own daughter online.
But he didn't prove that he paid child support, and she had to take him to court. That means you didn't do it on your own, Umar. She wouldn't have taken you to court if you were actually financially supporting the baby. Even if you wanted the child support to start after birth and establish custody, you didn't do that. That's something that they will have you do in court. It's not like he just tried to help on his own. If she took him to court, it's more than likely because he was not doing it on his own. The hell is wrong with him?
He would go on to invite her for a proper conversation.
Trying to build your struggle streaming career off of my back, coming up out of nowhere, acting like you've been looking for me. Get Mama Smurf. When can the three of us have a sit down? I'm ready for this.
Dr. Umar.
No one needs to have Your daughter is over 18 years old. She does not need her mother to be a part of that conversation. If you have evidence that you've made payments on child support, or you've written checks and you sent them, or even a transfer, then why don't you just post the evidence to show I've been financially caring for you since before you were even born. I made sure that the rent was paid. I made sure you had Pampers and wipes and formula. Here are all the receipts where I bought you clothes and stuff from Walmart, formula, towels, things you would need. And I did this consistently every month. Why can't he just post up the evidence then? Post up photos where you were at her school, where you came to a recital, where you went to a PTA meeting. Post up the evidence.
Might not be a deadbeat father, but simply providing for his daughter without being in her life just wasn't enough for people to back off, forcing the 50-year-old to threaten anyone who gets in his way.
I strongly recommend you mind your business, because if you don't, you will be blocked and put in the Book of Negroes. As you
Okay, Book of Negroes, which is nothing. Go ahead and sit here and put people in the Book of Negroes. It's not going to stop them from saying what they have to say. It's not going to stop people from saying you're a deadbeat, because you haven't proven your daughter to be a liar. A judge ordered him to supervise visitation, because you can't make this up. Everyone is not lying when it comes to him. Multiple people are saying the same thing. You can't make this up. Why bring in the baby's mother? And she's 22 years old? That's how ridiculous he is. Just stupid stuff. That's his comeback. It's not, here are all the receipts where I sent money to the mother to take care of my daughter. I don't know where it went, but I sent it. Then at least that will put the ball in her court. He didn't even do that. What clown? Stop speaking on behalf of all black people if you don't want anybody to sit here and scrutinize you when you're out being a hypocrite to your own nonsense you tell folks. Your own bullshit. He attacks women so quick it's not even funny. And yet someone else should not make money from hurting black women's feelings. And I'm not advocating for black women to be hurt and attacked all the time. But Umar does that as well. He mistreats black women. He doxes them. He goes and berates them and degrades them all over social media. But they're talking about black queens forever.
see on my social media, I've been blocking people who think my business is their business.
A clearly hypocritical statement for a man who always seems to be in everybody's business, especially when it comes to viral black celebrities. He's no stranger to throwing shade at everything they do, including who they date, how they spend their money, and how they spend their time.
I'm so tired of black celebrities talking about how many kids they paid for to go to college, how many kids you paid for to go to college. All you're doing is pumping money back into the white power structure. When is the black celebrity going to start funding the black community?
And he would go on to call out specific names in the entertainment industry as if they weren't doing enough with their immense wealth.
Oprah, Beyonce, Tyler Perry, and Jay-Z, you are the Mount Rushmore of black celebrities right now today. I need you four to come together and give us a hospital, a bank, and a chain of supermarkets. I'm gonna say it again. Give us a hospital, a bank, a chain of supermarkets, and I need you to fund the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy.
Calling out celebrities for not funding the black community while constantly asking.
Never mind the fact that you have black celebs that have opened schools. Tyler Perry has a whole studio in Atlanta where he hires people in the area, in the community, to work at the studio. And now Tyler Perry done caught up in the scandal. He got a lawsuit against him for allegations that he's essayed another man. But if you're talking about opening up businesses and helping to stimulate the economy, Tyler Perry has done a lot more than Umar. Umar, where's your job? How do you earn money again? When the last time he had a job? When the last time Umar worked? He doesn't have a business. And he didn't buy the buildings. His name's not on the deed. He's not the registered agent to the LLC. So how's he earning money again? But he's telling these people to fund the FDMG. No, they're not funding a scam. They will force you to have to prove where you're spending the money. And you don't want to do that. You remember? He's such a clown.
for donations himself is completely absurd. However, the supposed black activist wasn't done with his antics, as he would go further to clown prominent figures in the black community for being involved in interracial relationships, including none other than Shannon Sharpe, who was reportedly facing a lawsuit over his involvement with a white woman.
With a bunch of rich Negroes like the Shannon Sharps and Charles Barkleys and Tiger Woods and this UFC fighter, they're going up there to lease the bunny, and they sign the contract, but they don't read the contract.
Tagging a simple interracial relationship as a contract is wild, but assuming that every single white woman wants to run away with your wealth is even crazier.
Black men don't date white women. They rent and lease them. And when the snow bunny is done being rented or leased, she takes half of your assets with her. We're talking about snow bunnies using gullible, goofy-ass black men as economic stimulus packages.
He would even go to the extent of giving Bronny James an ultimatum in order to earn his support.
Bronny James, drop the bunny and get you some chocolate honey. I can't share for you, my brother, if you're going against the black woman by dating and mating outside the community.
The pattern of calling out black men for their dating choices has quickly become something he can't ignore, even when he's on your side.
They snow bunnied our brother Jonathan Majors. Those of you who know me know I absolutely do not condone bunny hopping. Black men have no business dating outside the race. Absolutely not. But be that as it may, an attack on one black man is an attack on all black men.
Right now, the situation with Dr. Umar has the entire community divided. Do we keep listening or donating? Or do we turn away from the man who's been giving excuses since 2013?
We're going to rekey them classroom doors. We're going to lay this tile down, and we're going to apply for the certificate of occupancy. Do anybody got a problem with what I just said? Does any?
Yes, I do. Several of us do. Many of us do. Millions of us do. We all have problems with what you just said. You can't rekey anything. You don't put up permits to have any work done on anything. You don't even produce contracts with vendors to prove any services is being done to those buildings. You won't even get the black mold treated, which would cost you millions of dollars. That school is better off being demolished. Both of the buildings. Then the last time he's in it, he's scrubbing out 2-year-old Dookie out of toilets, and he's got the gym looking like his house, like he live in it. Why in the world would people give money to that BS? And you're sitting here calling out these celebrities. Oprah don't have to give you any money for anything. He is jealous of these people's financial success. He wants the money that they have, but he doesn't want it to come from people who are going to hold him accountable. He wants to take it from black communities where people are struggling, living check to check, from these single black mothers that sit here thinking that he's really trying to look out for him and try to defend them when he's dogging them out as well. He literally dated 2 sisters that had the same father. Didn't care about how the other one felt. He literally dated 2 sisters that shared the same father. He doesn't even care about going down the lineage. He can't get with one sister, he'll go to the other sister. And these women allow this shit to happen. They defend him, and he can't even show how the money has been spent. And yes, people do have the right to know. Because he's saying he's trying to open a school up. And they're donating to this under those pretenses. Otherwise, Umar's being completely fraudulent, giving out false information, and being misleading about where the money is going and what the purposes of that money is for. So when you're deceiving the public like this, yes, you should have your ass called out. Absolutely. Those people don't owe him a dime. They don't owe him nothing. Umar, get a job. You're not going to get a certificate of occupancy if you can't pass an inspection. But see, those are the things he doesn't tell his cult members. The Umar Tardians don't read. They don't research. They don't look anything up. They will not look up whether or not you can get a certificate of occupancy without an actual inspection permit. That whole building will fail. And if any parent puts their child in those buildings and he decides to open up the doors and it's nothing but black mold, all of those parents need to lose custody of their kids. And they should be charged for negligence and putting their children's health and their safety in danger. So yes, him and those parents need to go to jail for that if they do that. Can't make
Only talking to my supporters and donors. If you're not a supporter or a donor, hop off the live. The accounts are still frozen. We're looking into it. The accounts are still frozen, brothers and sisters. We're supposed to hear back Friday. That sounds like Monday to me.
Whether you see him as a voice of Black empowerment or a controversial grifter, it's important to remember who has been most affected by this saga, because ultimately, the real victims of this controversial figure are simply everyday people who believed in Dr. Umar's vision, the families who scraped together donations, hoping to contribute something that would benefit Black children, and their commitment to Black education deserves recognition.
I beg your pardon. I beg your pardon.